Good news, sports journalist. The Athletic has hired a new senior football reporter. Qualifications include a degree from a four-year university, 10 plus years experience of reporting on professional football teams, and a new qualification, not having sex with Mike Vrabel. Welcome to the Moonstep Cast. I am Jordan. This is the unequivocally expressed confidence in my work and pride in my journalism. To my Robert Kraft approves. Brian, how are you?
Listen, can people just not interlink their fingers with their friends?
Listen, whenever I see my friends
with the fingers with you when I see you this weekend.
Whenever I see my friends, first thing I do is interlink fingers with them at a pool in Sedona.
Usually, I tell my significant other that I claim I'm there with, fuck off. I'm going to go up to this romantic rooftop with my friend, and we're going to interlock fingers.
Yeah, it's like
one does.
It's like a little, or with your homies. It's okay. It's fine. Normal stuff here. Sometimes you just gotta
tap on a homie.
Yeah. I have a story about that. I'll tell you later because I don't think my mom would like me to say it out loud.
Oh God, your mom listens to this.
No. I don't know if she listened to that. Who gives a shit? Sorry, Mom. I'm about to turn 30, so it's either that or it's either this or I don't know, getting really into. I don't know.
Dude, I'm the most 30-year-old you'll ever meet. I smoke meats, play golf, and I run 5Ks.
Yeah.
I'm the 30th-year-old. And I got a gym membership 2 days after I turned 30. Listen, you're preaching to the choir.
Well, I was going to say, there are a few things. Gym we're going to talk about later. Golf we also should talk about at some point. Masters and also our video that popped off. Also, people were critiquing you. I don't know if you want to hear from me because I'm worse in every single way.
I don't think they understood what we were saying. I think a lot of them thought we were saying, if you break 100, you're a top 1% golfer out of people that golf. I don't think people understood that we were talking about the general population of the entire fucking world, that I am a top 1% golfer. I am better than 99% people in the world.
There was one guy, and I want to respond to him so badly because he goes, this logic makes zero sense. Because I graduated middle school, does that mean I'm a top 1% doctor? And I want to respond with, actually, no, but it makes you 78th percentile intelligence or in school finished or whatever. So he clearly understood what the joke was and just didn't go with it. With that said, they were all like talking about it's on Instagram.
Okay. Fuck.
Yeah. The thing is, they were all talking about your golf game and like how to get better and like, 110 and 100. I'm glad they didn't ask me or I didn't put my scores in there. Cause again, haven't tracked my scores ever. Last time I played golf was when I played with you. And you can attest to this about my golf game. My golf game is show up, don't warm up.
I've just looked at the Instagram now. I didn't realize we got over 100 on that.
Oh yeah, no, we're popping off there. It's been great there. But don't warm up because warming up is wrong. For golf, you just go out there and start hitting balls. Pace of play. If you look at a ball for too long, you're gone too long. And like, I don't know. My golf is, and I don't have the patience for golf is actually what it is. I can't sit around and watch old guys drive golf carts around and play as slow as possible. Golf just like as a concept, it's fun to play when you're hitting things.
It's the shot you come back for, the 4 shots out of the 110 that I hit.
Here's the thing.
Also, sorry, I'm interrupting. I went through the comments. Another idiot didn't understand you've only broken 110 once. No, I've broken 100 a couple times, people. I normally shoot about a 102 or so. I was saying that I've been shitty playing golf. I'm responding to people that are never going to see this clip. They're never come back and see our faces. Fuck them.
It's fun. Here's the thing. Hate comments. I love hate comments. Hate comments are fun to me. I enjoy hate comments. I don't get mad about them. Even
there's think of a video you did not like hate comments on.
Well, that's because I was afraid I was going to get fired. And looking back, I would never have taken that down again. Fuck it, I'll put it up again.
No.
That said, the hate comment that was like, looks like these two guys. It looks like two IPA beers got microphones. Haha. I was like, I'm gonna kill you. It was like, I'll find the screenshot. It was like a long time ago. I sent it to you. I said, I'm gonna shoot this man. I'm going to find where he lives and shoot him. because that made me so angry to read that. Not because it was hateful and like hurt me. It's because it was so bad. It was so unfunny.
It was I've definitely done something here. Look at this. And
it was.
No one laughed.
I can't. Okay, I'm going to say something. You're not going to understand what I'm about to say, and it's okay. It's like a Tyler catastrophe response.
Okay, you were correct. I have no idea what you just said.
It's a person on TikTok. It's the new lol cow on TikTok, and just the internet in general. I don't know if you know who Wilbur Soot is. Okay, it was a Minecraft YouTuber. Tyler Catastrophe is in love with Wilbur Soot. Wilbur Soot is also an abuser, well-known abuser, who also has a band called Lovejoy. It's a whole thing, Brian. There's a lot of stuff going on. This Tyler Catastrophe.
I understood everything you were talking about as soon as you said Minecraft YouTuber.
Yes. But this Tyler Catastrophe is like a regular schmegular person, 26, 27 years old, and is convinced they're the hottest person alive. And Brian, I will say, I don't know how to say this nicely without maybe getting canceled one day when this comes out, but on a scale of 1 to 10, we're looking at imaginary numbers. And that's the nicest I can go right now in what I've just said.
What's their name again? How do you spell it?
Tyler, like the Tyler.
Uh-huh.
And catastrophe, like catastrophe. And I'm sorry for what I've interrupted, like given to you. I have no one to talk to this about, so this is my one outlet to talk to someone about this. And I needed something in the
We have to move the fuck on immediately because none of the thoughts I had in my head are appropriate.
Yeah, that's why I had time to wait and censor myself. I've had a couple.
I am sure they will find someone for them.
Actually, they will not because they won't date anybody. They have tried to, but they're so in love with Wilbur Soot that they can't.
This feels like you found the most watered down. Okay. This is marijuana.
Okay. Oh, you got somewhere
in this level.
Mm-hmm.
This is black tar heroin, which is the Sonic 2 creator. It sounds like you got the marijuana of
Chris Chan's. Listen, there are Chris Chan's everywhere for those with eyes to see. Chris Chan will never be replicated. Like, it is patently impossible, not because the video format of the day, which is short form video on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and whatever, it does not hold a candle to random internet postings by a very autistic man who definitely needed help, whose parents did not get him help, there are many videos of him drinking his own cum with Fanta.
He sure gave his parents something though.
He did get yes, he did. His father seemed like he seemed like a shitty person at some points, but like he seemed like he was trying his hardest with his son. But he didn't like how boomers and Gen Xers don't understand how much things cost. Whatever Silent Jin Bob did not understand what the internet was and the evils that it brought upon his family. So this is like this is the weed of Chris Chan. If a very different, actually, Chris Chan sells memorabilia, and Tyler Catastrophe sells beaded jewelry for $750, and that's $750.
Not $7.50.
Nope. They actually sell Hobby Lobby jewelry that was like $3 for a 12-pack for $12 each for one thing. So fun stuff. Brian, the master.
Why are we not more successful on the internet when these shitheads make a living off it? Because
everyone hates them, and that's the thing. And as much as some people hate us, not many.
We get a lot of. I don't think we have a dedicated hater yet. We have we got drive-by shooters.
We've got out the window, drive-by, quick, pop. Then we need. I did one. I think one of my predictions for last year was we get in like a hate war with somebody. Didn't happen. I am currently on my own personal TikTok and wars explaining that Houston coffee shops. I get in fights with people about Houston coffee shops.
We have a very famous clip on our TikTok.
We do, and it's the same concept of this isn't good. This isn't good coffee. I went to a coffee place recently, Brian, and I really hated it. And I don't want to call it out because I'm not a food content creator, and I'm also, I don't know, I don't want to make people lose their business. At the same time, I hated it. and they said they reviewed him his coffee and they used dead espresso shots. With all that said, Brian, it's been about 10 minutes. We probably should get to sports at some point. The Masters happened. Here's my question. Did Rory like his dinner so much that he said, I got to do this again? That's the only...
He would drop his daughter off at... They told us he would drop his daughter off at work, hop on a private jet, and go play a practice round at Augusta. And like he would do this all the time. So he just knows the course really well. And my toe was wandering towards that power brick again. Like I put my toe on it and I was like, how close am I to just nuking this? No, he just knows the course really well. And I really think that Rory, when he is on his stuff, he proved it in the first 2 rounds. When he's on, he might be the best golfer in the world. The problem is he's not consistently on, but he's so good when he's on that he can have a not the best weekend, but he kicked so much ass on Thursday and Friday, he gave himself that blanket, and it's honestly super impressive. Now, I, of course, was cheering for the 5-way tie. Let's have a fucking playoff. This is going to be fun. But alas, it didn't work. Also, Scotty leaving a putt literally on the edge, that would have made it... He would have made Rory make the par putt that he missed to win, and we could have had a Scotty and a Rory playoff, but alas, we didn't get it. Was not Young made it interesting a little bit, and then Scotty towards the end with his crazy comeback. But to me, it wasn't the most electric Masters. But I am not. I'm like a 4 or 5 year golf watcher. Like I don't really know what like an explosive Masters truly is defined as. So I'm sure there's plenty of people that are like, this is the best Masters we've had in years. And I'm just an idiot and wrong, which happens way more than you think.
Well, I think last year we had the storyline as well throughout the entire Masters. Can Rory finally do this?
Or it was you had the double one. It was, can Rory finally do this, or can Justin Rose finally do this, who keeps on finishing top 2, top 3, top 4, which again he did. And it's just so last year, but this year Rory kicked so much ass the first 2 rounds. I think that's why I was going into the weekend. I was like, I mean, he's not going to lose. And then Sunday got a little interesting, but oh man, when he hit his fucking tee shot on 18, I was like, let's go, baby. We're going to have a playoff one way or another.
I mean, that's kind of what happened last year as well. It's like once he hit on 18, we were like, all right, it's not happening this time.
But no, he didn't have a classic Rory. I think we can't even say classic Rory breakdowns anymore because that's 2 Masters. God, how many majors does he have? He has the career Grand Slam.
I will say, let's talk about this real quickly. The whole flying to Augusta thing and playing. As much as like intuitively you think a little bit of cheat, like that's weird, right? And I know I'm with you on this one. Yes, it is like a little annoying. At the same time, you still have to play Augusta. You look at like guys like the Pacers or whoever, I think John Ross or whoever played with the Pacers or whatever they're called this year, or they played in the past. It's like they're always actually pretty good because they play Augusta all the time. So they're good at golf on Augusta. Doesn't make them good at golf per se, but it makes them good at golf on Augusta. It still makes them good at golf, TBH. But it doesn't make, there's something special in there that they play that course all the time. They know every single thing that can happen there. I don't know if like 3 weeks of prep on Augusta, given how much they talk about how hard Augusta is enough to say this is such an unfair advantage. When again,
was it only 3 weeks? I thought he hit the Masters Championship. I'm pretty sure you get as much access to the golf course as you want for that year of your reign. I
thought it was 3 weeks. I could be so wrong. I thought I saw 3 weeks for some reason.
I'm not disputing that. I just didn't hear that part. But I mean, if I was never going to happen, obviously.
Yeah.
If I somehow got the rights that a Masters champion would, I would be playing Augusta as much as possible
for
that year, because who knows if you're ever going to get it back.
Well, also, okay, quickly, it's a month. I saw a month. It was a Reddit post, 3 weeks, month, something like that. So it's actually it's not like he practiced all year. Like he wasn't going every single week all year. Now, again, does it maybe like, and as much as like golf is a rich sport, like the fact that he was able to take private plane all the time to Augusta, which again, Augusta, Georgia airport, a private small airport has to be popping off. It has to be like Kentucky Derby level, Kentucky Derby Super Bowl level. I don't know. It's not that I don't give a shit. It's like there are other guys coming who could win. Like not Lee Hong Tao. He was Tong or Hong Tong or whatever his name is. He was off in the bushes doing his own weird, insane course. You know what I'm talking about at all?
What did you just say?
It was Lee Hong. Is it Hong Tong? Hold on. Yeah. Oh, Ho Tong.
No, but the second time did you hear what you said?
And I said, what did I say? Ho Tong.
You said Hong Kong.
I think I said Hong Tong, but it just didn't.
Maybe.
I don't speak well sometimes. You know, I have this for a living, but he was off in his own like side quest. At the same time, like I find it somewhat irrelevant of what the whole Rory going to play Augusta, because again, you still have to play golf well.
Yeah, you still have to perform.
You can know the course only so well before it's like, oh, it's gonna bite you in the ass. So and I know we just said Rory being Rory is no longer really a thing. Yeah. At the same time, you know, it is in his nature to destroy himself on the Augusta.
Or it's more like it's not old Rory isn't there. It's just he's gotten so much better at stopping the bleeding. Normally it's uh-oh. But this now it's like and then slowly go back up towards the end. Yeah. Which I mean, good for him. I mean, people were making the argument 2 years ago, last year, that like Scotty Scheffler just wins everything. Why it's not competitive. Well, good. Now you got another fucking high tier competitive golfer. This is a super, super, super blasphemous thing to say, but this is Scotty being Tiger and Rory being Mickelson.
Yeah, ooh. I don't know if I've ever heard that one before, but
Mickelson would have been one of the greatest golfers of all time had he not played against Tiger Woods, because he was finishing second to Tiger like it was his addiction, which has got to be infuriating. If you just got rid of this, what?
Well, there's another addiction that he has that may have gotten in the way too.
Gambling.
That man gambles. There's a reason playing the Live Tour. It was. His addiction may have been losing to Tiger, but his real addiction was.
What's wrong with gambling?
It's not. Listen, I actually think there's nothing really wrong with sports gambling, but it's when you're Phil Mickelson, and I don't know how many millions of dollars he is in debt. He's like Bruno Mars levels of debt to someone on the golf course.
Listen, hardcore gamblers that make livings off it, that's so crazy to do. If you're gambling to make money, you are an idiot. Gambling is a way to make things fun, to give you a reason to cheer for shit that you normally don't care about. That's how it is to me, at least. Or make a fucking Wednesday night Maction game matter. I just need you idiots to score 24 total points. Oh, it's just a fumble fest.
Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. If you what's it like? You don't gamble money that you aren't willing to lose or something like that.
In my head, I'm spending money. In my head, it is... When I hit that bet, whatever I put in for it, which is not a lot. I have small units and a small unit. I gotta get them early. Get them before they can get you, or get yourself whatever. You get what I said. Whatever I put down on that game, I am saying in my head, I have paid this money to make this game more interesting. And if not, well, at least I made a game that I wouldn't normally give a shit about interesting. Now, hold on. This applies to sports like, for me, NBA basketball. If the Indiana Pacers are playing the Toronto Raptors, I don't give a fuck about that game, but the Astros aren't playing, the Rockets aren't playing, it's not football season anymore. I want to watch something. All right, let's make this stupid game I don't care about worth a shit. Now, football gambling's different. Football gambling, I just think I'm smarter than everyone, and I constantly prove myself wrong every year.
I actually have a talk about the NBA before we move over to that. With that said, I'm not I gamble on the stock market at the most. Actually,
that's kind of gambling, dude.
That's
this past 2-3 weeks.
Well, I was going to say something. Apparently, the SEC has made it, and I don't know when it comes into effect, that there's no longer the $25,000 limit on day trading.
I don't know what that means.
So whenever you can only, I think it was within a week, you can only purchase and sell stock 3 times per week, unless if you don't have like $25,000 in your account or something like that. Because I tried it during COVID, and I got hit with the Robin Hood hit me with like a, hey buddy, slow the fuck down. You have like $20. So I was like, sorry. But now it's so that if no matter how much money you have in your account or whatever, within your trading account or whatever, you can just trade it. So, if you have like $3, guess who's betting on penny stocks now? So it's very possible. It's very possible now. It's very cool. Now is it going to lead to like, it's gonna be like, Claude, make no mistakes, make me $1 million. Yes, it's going to happen. People are going to lose thousands of dollars. You go to Vegas and gamble the house. Now you go to Robinhood and triple mortgage your house. She'll make it rich somehow. It's like I listened to Grant Cardone. I 10x'd my life by day trading with $5. So I fucking hate Grant Cardone. With that said, I have some things I want to talk about with sports. One of which is journalistic integrity. So listen, Diana Rossini, left the Athletics. She resigned. It's probably more of like you can't fire me, I quit situation. There's been a lot of talk. None of which, by the way, everyone's like, is Vrabel going to face consequences? His boss is Robert Kraft. He's not facing a single consequence for this. Maybe personal consequences, like his wife divorces him, can't see his kids as much. I feel like Robert Kraft has no moral high ground to stand on when it comes to this kind of stuff. But I've seen a lot of people talk about like journalistic integrity and like, how could you do this to the journalistic integrity of the sports? It's like sports journalism is basically just PR journalism. It's maybe a step above Hollywood journalism. And even like Ronan Farrow does great work for the Hollywood Reporter. And like, I think I made a joke once in a blog where I was like, it's the Hollywood Reporter. It's like, actually Ronan Farrow works for the Hollywood Reporter, so I can't mess with him too much. I say like Entertainment Tonight. Whenever someone questions the journalistic integrity of a sports reporter, I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, if a White House correspondent was sleeping with the president, that'd be a huge issue, huge conflict of interest, big issue. If Diana Rossini is sleeping with Mike Vrabel and reporting that A.J. Brown wants to go to the Patriots, I don't think it matters all that much, honestly, at the end of the day. Like, everyone...
I've got a very different view on this.
Oh, okay.
It's not a good view. It just shows how disgusting I am as a person and disgusting as we are as a society. Because when I brought this up to a couple friends, they were like, yeah, I kind of had the same thought too. How good must Mike Vrabel's dick be that you want to put your career and your marriage, and you're like, yeah, I'll try and put some feelers out there to try and get you AJ Brown. Just keep on doing your thing.
My thought actually is that I don't think she gives a shit about her marriage the way she talks about it.
Oh, I don't think she cares.
Don't think so.
Ready to get out of that marriage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she gives a shit about that marriage. And this is not me like, let's talk about her life. It's like the public clips I have seen so far make it seem whatever the opposite of a wife guy is, that's what she is. I don't know if she just like hates her husband on like a.
So I'm yin and she's yang.
Yes.
Big wife guy hates her fucking husband.
Hates her fucking husband with all her guts. My husband's. She said my husband is average. What she meant is my husband's fucking ugly. And like I'm not attracted to my husband, and that's whatever. I see what you're saying. I don't think it's like. I think it's more just the.
No, it's not that. That was just a joke.
Okay. What I was gonna say is like. My view on sports journalism, and this says someone with a sports podcast no one listens to. Thanks, guys. Is that I don't really give a shit what sports reporters are doing in their lives. I don't care if Roger Goodell is sleeping with every sports reporter in the nation. To me, it doesn't matter all that much because they're just PR people. They're just like, yes, every once in a while there's a big sports story, like Pablo Torre recently. He's been like a great sports journalist, but those are so few and far between. It's crazy.
What about Rappaport and Scheffler? I guess those are more insiders, not.
Yeah. Well, what are they gonna do? They're like,
they break news.
Yeah, but like I don't give a shit.
Articles.
Like, here's the thing: if I didn't figure out where someone was going to the start of the season, I don't think I give that much of it. Now, again, does that hurt my life product? Yes. But if Adam Schefter never talked again, I'd be okay. And I think it's not like it's breaking news to me.
How could you say that?
I know.
Just created 100 or 1,000.
1,000 Adam Schefters.
Adam Schefters.
But if I don't know. I can't think of a reporter. Maybe this is my
worst wife, Dicini or Erica Kirk.
I mean, as Charlie Kirk, because we are Charlie Kirk, I'd have to say that she may be worse. But I was gonna this may be
or Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
Listen,
they're getting a divorce. Fine.
Can I say something? She just cheats on him. There's levels to this shit. Like,
oh yeah,
like
are his kids his kids?
I don't know. We'll have to investigate that. We'll get Diana Racine on. She's not doing much these days. But I was gonna say, if there's like a reporter out there, this is my bad. I don't really know like a good reporter. I can say here, like a political reporter who goes and is sleeping with like the top White House correspondent or aide. And then it comes out, that's a big conflict of interest.
So, like, if Libs of TikTok was getting dicked down by the fucking Senator of War, or whatever the fuck you call it, Dictator of War.
Chaya Raichik and Pete Hesgeth.
Yeah, that one.
I know all their names. I'm sorry.
If he was dicking Libs of TikTok down.
No, because it's Libs of TikTok.
That's a reporter, Jordan.
That's a real reporter. If Libs of TikTok was sleeping with Pete Hexeth, I would actually watch it. I want to see the video instead. I need proof. You have to show me it's happening. So, but with all that said,
I don't P and V.
I need some P and V. I'm even do P and A. It's whatever you want. It's it's your world.
It's got to be more than a hand job, though.
Yeah,
you could fake a hand job,
and you can do that to yourself. Like, what's the point? So
I'm of the decree that I can give myself a better hand job than any woman in this world can.
1000%. I thought, okay,
Mom, this is not a clip.
Mom, turn this off. Turn this off, Mom. I'm not gay. We'll point this out, right? We are both not homosexual. We're straight men. We like women. This is very clear. I'm like convinced I could give a better hand job and blow job than like 90% of women.
Oh, I don't know about blowjob. I'll agree with you at hand job. I come with the best.
No, it's because like the anatomy very well. Like you and I know penis anatomy very well, given that we are owners.
90% of women.
Yeah,
brother.
I'm not saying first round and be like, wow, this is the best you've ever had. But I'm saying like, give me a take or two.
So you're saying,
yeah,
you line up 10 girls and one lucky dude.
Yeah.
Or you line up 9 girls. No, you got to do 10. You got to do 10 girls.
Yeah.
They all blow him.
Yeah.
You're saying you give him a blowjob, you're better than 9 of those girls?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Crazy.
1,000. Again,
no way.
I've never
sucked a dick.
But I know how they work. I know what they feel like. I can, I could go on this camera and show you one.
This discussion is happening this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, remember at your bachelor party, the discussion we had?
Oh, yeah. How many dicks in the ass would you take? And then I was like, I'd rather take a dick in the mouth than the ass. And you all were like, what? Gay? I'm like, I don't want my asshole fucking stretched out forever. You could have surgery. Do you know how much pain you'll be in?
Yeah, for like an hour. And then here's.
You think after 1,000 cocks in your ass, you're going to be in pain for 1 hour?
Well, no, they're going to rush you to the hospital and they're going to start the reconstructive surgery. That's the plan. That was my thought process. Is if we're getting like, what was it, $40 million?
How did we get?
Just have the ambulance lined up. And then, have it down from like Memorial Hermann.
Hold on, I didn't even say I just wanted to. Well, first off, I don't want to do any of this. I just said, can I suck some of them off instead? So it's just like, give me a break. Because you can't suck 1,000 dicks because then your jaw's gone.
That goes against the moral integrity of the entire experiment.
No, you're still having a form of sex with 100 or 1,000 men. I think it was 100. I think it was 100 because 1,000's impossible. Bonnie Blue.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I just.
Shout out Mother's Day.
Shout out and you and your baby. I think she's having a baby. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, she is. That was the joke.
I mean, do you think he gets visitors a lot? The kid, like,
I mean, pregnant.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. She doesn't even know who the father is yet. She's still doing tests,
of course she doesn't know who the father is.
That was me. I was just saying that she had the origin. She's got to track them all down.
Sorry, we're getting off track. No, the sucking the dicks part. It negates the entire point of taking up the ass, right? Like, the point is there is a little bit of pain involved. Now, obviously, you get lockjaw and stuff like that, but like,
I thought it was more of the degrading act.
Is it? I don't know. No, I didn't think it that way. I thought of it as like,
if I was sucking dick as a straight man, I would be degraded. Now, I fully support any women and gay men and bisexual men and all those things because that is something they enjoy or at least going to lead up to something they enjoy. I don't enjoy sucking dick. I don't enjoy taking it in the ass. So that's why it'd be degrading to me. Oh, God. Oh, what? Yeah, dude. You guys brought up, like, oh, but they're gonna like you're gonna have to like look at them. First off, I can close my eyes. Second off, they're gonna be in your hair. Yeah, and when you're getting fucked from behind, what are you gonna react when they spank you? It's the same shit.
I didn't even think of that.
Same shit.
I didn't even think of that. Here's the thing. Both of us, unless we go to federal prison, which may happen. I don't know. I don't know. Are we? Who knows what this place is?
Oh no! If I'm going to mom, dad, Jordan's mom, Jordan's dad, turn it all off. If I do something that's going to land me in federal prison, I'm killing myself. I'm killing myself before I get the chance to go to prison.
I want to see if I can become a kingpin in prison first, and then move on from there.
I would be someone's bitch so quickly.
No,
I would experience 1,000 dicks.
No, here's the thing. You work out. Here's the thing. Let's say you have 90 days. If you get off on enough steroids before going in, and you're like what 6'2" or so, 6'2", 6'3",
6'1",
6'1". Okay, I'll give you 6'2".
Give me 6'2". I'm 6'1".
I'll give you 6'2". If you get really jacked beforehand, I think you can make someone your bitch instead. Now.
No, here's the problem. What's in jail, Jordan? What did you just say you wanted to be?
Jacked?
No. What did you said? If
kingpin.
Gangs. Correct.
Yeah.
Gangs. What am I, Jordan?
You're a Colombian man.
I am half Colombian, half white. The Hispanics ain't taking me, and the skinhead sure as shit ain't taking me. Oh, but your last name was Newski. You could get away with it. Yeah, until they find out my mother's Colombian, then I'm dead.
I can't. Oh, fuck it. I'll say it. I feel like if they're good Aryans, they'd know like by looking. Am I crazy for that one? Like
they just look at me. They're like, fucking happy.
Yeah, like if they look at like I'd like not that I'd hope. Hope is the wrong way to say it, but like you'd imagine that's like their whole thing. Yeah. You imagine they at least be good at that part of the whole racism thing.
You'd hope.
This is not condoning them. This is saying they're horrible people. At the same time, like you'd hope if that's their claim to fame. Yeah,
I would argue some of the most awful people in the world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
that's a toughie.
It's
got to be up there.
Okay. So Epstein, like, is one of the
Epstein and terrorists.
There's more than one Epstein out there. We can all agree.
No, there's a second island.
There's an island.
There's 100% a second island.
Do you think they just call it Little St. James too now?
No, they say Big Brother James.
Big Brother James, big boy James.
Big boy James.
That's actually your name in prison, Big Boy James. I don't know why it's not Brian, but no, I mean, if we rank them, they're pretty high up on the list of like horrible people.
Yeah, they're upper tier, but
no, they might be lower upper tier compared to like the Epsteins of the world. Yeah.
And sex traffickers
like,
and stuff.
Are they
just kind of assholes and racists?
Yeah.
Well, no, they're a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
I take that back.
They're like the top tier race. I say top tier. I mean like the top of the racism chart. They're horrible people.
Top tier racist. So funny.
That's why I stopped myself.
This podcast sucks.
Yeah, this is a bad one. This is a really bad podcast. We can always just do like the first 20 minutes. Be like, sorry guys, the rest fucking sucked.
No, we're fine. We're good. Listen. They're not all going to be winners. They're not all going to be sport. There's stuff in here that we can put into clips, and we just need to get to next week.
I got a couple things I still want to talk about.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying we're wrapping it up. I'm just saying, like, this all stays in. Hopefully you can salvage some clips out of it. We'll be all right.
Okay. Okay. All that to say, I don't remember what we were talking about.
How did we get here? Well, it started with dicks and ass.
Yeah.
And then
it started with Hegseth and Higher Rachik, whatever her name is.
Oh, because I was comparing that to Rossini and okay. All right.
So we had a basis.
Okay.
Okay.
Any last thoughts on Rossini?
I mean, everything I could have said has already been said in this moment. We're so off track. I don't even know I thought. I was talking about like journalistic integrity and how I don't think it like is real for sports reporters because they're sports reporters. They just are PR reporters half the time. Actually, most of the time. Okay. I have some soccer news. I have some NBA talk, and then I have just like a thing I want to complain about that I think you'll enjoy.
I've got 2 quick things that I want to bring up.
Okay.
3 things actually.
Okay.
They're like last time where they were just like 1 sentence, 2 sentence, like oh we had like a 30-second discussion. Move on.
Yeah. Okay, quickly NBA. I don't know if you have anything on the NBA.
Playoffs are coming.
The play-in is happening now.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't want to say I don't care about the NBA, but like we've gone to. I think the NBA does not care that I don't care about the NBA, if that makes sense.
They make enough money. They're fine.
No, I mean, like, the players don't seem to care. They care in the playoffs, but, like, they don't really care in the regular season. Adam Silver, again, which should be a highlight league. But I every morning I get something from The Athletic. Shout out Rossini, or rest in peace, Rossini.
I didn't know you subscribed.
I actually was one of the early subscribers to The Athletic, like, back in the day, before it was New York Times. So I think I get, like, a special price, maybe. I don't know. I paid, like, $30 for an entire year. Wow, that's
crazy.
It was great. I think it's gone up since then. But I get an email from them every morning. I think it's like $60 now. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I get an email every day. It's like a rundown with sports and what's going on and what the world's happening. And they send an email about the play-in games. And this goes back to the NBA is trying to be special, but it just can't figure out how to be special. The headline or like the what they were talking about with the play-in games was like, it's actually a good year this year. There's only one team with a losing record in the play-in games. And I go,
they shouldn't be in the play-in games.
They shouldn't. If
you have a losing record, you should be disqualified from the play-in games.
If the play-in games we've had so many teams in the playoffs. If the play-in games have to have losing record teams, what are we doing here? Like the Giants win the Super Bowl back in the day as a 9-7 team. It was crazy. We all said like, oh my god. If the Warriors
happened.
Yeah, and they beat the 16 or they were like the 18-0 Patriots at that point. If the Warriors, who have a losing record, make it far enough in the playoffs, and I don't think they will, but like make it far enough in the playoffs to where they can win the championship. That's insane. You're rewarding, like, it's like the MLS where like half the teams make the playoff anyways. It's like that in the NBA now. It's like, it makes me so like, I don't care until like late April. Don't have to care until June because the teams right now, it's like, well, they're not going to win the NBA finals.
Second round is normally when I start paying actual attention.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, the Rockets are in it, so I'm going to watch all the Rockets games. And if there's a good game that I think of, like, oh, I've got nothing better to do, then I'll watch it. But second round is normally where I start, like, okay, I'm going to start trying to watch every game now just to see what's going on. I don't have it in me to do the regular season. And by the way, there's big NBA fans out there. I'm happy for you. I am legitimately happy for you that you love it so much that you want to watch the regular season basketball. It's not for me because it happens during my version, which is the NFL and college football, that's where all my attention goes to. And then, and by the time it's done, it's February. So it's kind of like, I guess I'll watch a little bit. And by the way, same thing with NHL, unfortunately, for me this year. I'm going to pay attention during the playoffs. I didn't pay attention that much during the year. I saw Twitter stories and all that stuff, but like,
you know how your team was doing?
Too much sports.
Yeah.
To care about every sport 100% go, unless it's your full-time job.
Yeah.
But even then, how often does Stephen A. Smith talk about hockey? How often does Stephen A. Smith talk about baseball? His focuses are NFL and NBA. My
favorite thing in the world, and he didn't do badly this year, is to look at Stephen A. Smith's bracket for March Madness and go, this man didn't watch a single game this year, did he? I think it was like last year he had A&M in the Final Four. And everyone's like, I like A&M. But they're not a Final Four team. And like, sometimes you look at this bracket, you're like, you just chose the better football team that you've heard of. You don't even care about the basketball team here. But you're like, yeah, it is impossible to watch other sports. And as much as I think you, and we have a sports podcast. I don't write about sports as much as I should anymore, but I like to write about sports and like the bigger picture of sports and like kind of the bigger, connect sports to like bigger ideas in life. As much as I love doing that, it is hard for me to, as a working adult, to every night watch the sport. And I can keep up well enough, but it is also impossible for me to watch everything. And I think in the beginning of this podcast and beginning of Moonstamp, I tried pretty hard to do that. And it just becomes exhausting. if you're also trying to have somewhat of a life outside of that. Maybe I don't grind hard enough. Maybe that's me. But this, I don't know. But I think also like the NBA specifically doesn't give a shit that people don't give a shit right now.
I mean, he said it himself before the season. If you can't pay all the prices, we're a highlight league.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Roger Goodell.
Also, I'm sure every sponsor was just went, "Fucking, are you kidding me?"
Hims and Blue Chew were just very upset at this. But like DraftKings, SoFi, everyone in between.
Kenoshi or whatever it's called.
Kalshi.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all my NBA news. One of our friends, Brian, is getting married this weekend. I
hope she has a wonderful wedding present for her.
Well, I had to text her this week. I needed a statement, and I said I will find what I said. But
because if they lose, they're relegated, right?
I don't know if they lose it this week if they're relegated, but they are in the relegation zone, which are the bottom 3 teams. And
when's the last time Tottenham has gotten regulated?
1970 something. Yeah. So the thing is, how relegation kind of works now is like there are certain teams that bounce up and down, teams that go down. It's like a Southampton goes down. It's like, that's kind of crazy. At the same time, they're not a big
every
6.
Year, right?
Every year 3 go down. Every year 3 come up. And the way the 3 come up is also the championship is insane. You don't want to be in the championship.
You want to be the 3rd team?
Well, the top 2 teams move up in the championship. Top 2 teams are promoted, and then I think there are 4 teams who battle for the last spot, and they go play at Wembley. And it's called the championship. I don't know what it's called. But you get promoted that way. But it actually, I think the championship is 46 games in a season, which is insane. Way too many games. But Tottenham is in the relegation zone. They've been battling all season. I don't know how. I haven't looked at the math recently because the season doesn't end until the end of May. So they have time. But given how they played, you don't have much time. The clock's a ticking. But the problem with relegation for a club like Tottenham is Tottenham has lots of good players on big contracts. And despite their record, obligations to sponsors, TV deals, that this brings, they give money for the players, but everything else brings in money. Well, they get relegated. Not only are all those players going to want to leave in a fire sale, because they're also going to have to sell them in a fire sale because they can't just keep those contracts on. They're not making the same money from sponsors, from TV. It's not the death knell it was back in the day, but it's still a death knell for a team like Tottenham. So I asked our good friend Tessa, who's getting married this week, and I believe I said, I apologize in advance for what is about to occur, as it is your wedding week, and I don't mean to create negative thoughts. But I wanted to ask for a statement about Tottenham in the relegation zone. And her official statement is, lol, LMAO. Also, Jose had a statement that was true. So she doesn't give a shit. Jose Mourinho said, it's a miracle I got this team to where it was. And that was years ago. He was correct. Now, would it be really funny if they go down? Of course it would, Brian. Of course it would, because lads, it's Tottenham.
It's Tottenham.
Lads, with that said, it would be a death knell. It's somewhat of a death penalty. Now, it's not a death penalty, but it is somewhat of a death. Back when they got relegated in the 1970s. Yeah, sure. But every sport in the 70s was really different. No one got paid as much, wasn't as big, wasn't the industry it is. The Premier League wasn't actually even technically a thing. It was the whatever top league, or I can't remember what they. I think it was called something. That was called something else. I don't remember what it was called. Maybe I don't know what it was called. Sorry, I'm not about my history, but the Premier League is a new entity technically in the past 20 years. But yeah, no, it'd be really funny if they went down, but it also would kill the club a little bit. They get SMU'd a bit. So, second soccer thing. FIFA has announced, and I know there's a lot of talk about the U.S. being a horrible sponsor, but not because of the U.S. stuff, because it's the song sucks, and the stadiums are hard to get to, and it's yes, but FIFA's done something I believe is I would try that in a small town, and they wouldn't be happy about it. They banned tailgating, Brian.
Yeah.
They banned the most American thing you can do, which is sit outside a game before it starts, hours before it starts, get drunk. Because I don't know if they can sell beer in the stadium right now, or they can. I don't know. I don't know how no, they can. There's some places where you can't sell beer in the stadium if FIFA makes you sell beer. Here in America, you'd be killed if
Pretty sure they do that, because remember they had that whole thing in Qatar with Bud Light.
Well, it was also in Brazil.
Where they had drinking stations or something.
Well,
like that.
also it happened in Brazil, because in Brazil they didn't sell beer or alcohol at soccer games because
that's probably a good thing.
But FIFA made them. But I mean, it went fine. Like there was never, I don't remember anything bad happening at the FIFA or in Brazil. But all that to say, FIFA, you're trying that in a small town right now, because that's like the one. And now, do I think as many Americans are going to go to these games as they think they are? Probably not, because the prices are just insane. Also, the price. Another thing I've heard people complain about. It's like, it's not like Donald Trump set those prices. Like FIFA set those prices. I don't think actually Trump does know there's a World Cup coming, because he has like a FIFA ambassador thing. I don't know.
He's got the FIFA Peace Prize.
There we go. That's what that is. But yeah, listen. If there's one thing, as like when Europeans come to America and experience America, and they're like, "Oh, actually, food's good." Wow, what if you put seasoning on things? And that's not just Britain. That's a lot of food in Europe. They express joy. They see an HEB and they go, "Wow, I didn't know you could have all this food." I feel like we as Americans should be tailgating for them and bring them to tailgates and showing them tailgates. And it is a travesty that FIFA has banned them. Now,
I mean, it's an extension of the Twitter thing that the algorithms / timelines, whatever it's called, got mixed. So we had like a whole bunch of contact with the auto translator with the Japanese, and someone brought up barbecue, like, oh, Americans eat all this barbecue, and it just sparked conversations that are still going on now between like that's what tailgating would do. This is so over dramatized what I'm saying, but like it's really hard to not get along with someone if you're eating with them,
eating good food,
and
drinking good liquor, having a great time.
Well, the alcohol can be iffy because there's bad drunks.
Well, no, there's well, yes, because I was gonna say there's like
okay.
You okay there?
I almost reloaded the site.
Oh, I was gonna say there's good liquor, like there's good liquor you can have, and there's like Natty Lights. But the things with Natty Lights is it's just water, just water,
just crush Natty Lights,
just water.
Light beer rules.
Yeah, but honestly, might bring some this weekend just to crush a little bit. But
I'm bringing a bottle of bourbon and a bottle of vodka and some assorted beers that Megan wants.
Okay. Well, we'll talk at some point about. I think I told you what else I'm bringing, so it'll be a fun time this weekend. Okay, that's all. Oh, in the that's all my notes. I think I have one more like rant, but it's not sports related. So if you want to get your sports out of the way too.
I don't have any sports. Fuck it. Okay. I just have 3 little things to discuss that are going to be meaningless. And if you want to make it into a single clip of me shouting off 3 things, that's fine. If you don't want to touch it, I also would understand.
Okay.
You want to go first or you want me to go first?
No, you go first, because I will have a discussion about mine.
Okay. First one, just off the top of your head, hardest video game bosses or video games you can think of. Because I've got 2 that came to my mind super quick that I do, like most people would say Dark Souls and stuff. My mind went somewhere else.
Can I say something? I don't really play hard video games. Never really did.
Both of mine were from growing up too. So that's why
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the ones I'm like. I don't know if I have good answers. I'm not as much as I do.
You don't waste your life playing video games.
I'm playing Kerbal Space Program right now, on and off, because of.
Why aren't you playing Persona?
Because I'm
about to start a second. I'm about to start it again.
I've talked, and I think there are certain nights I need to do a parallel play night, and I actually need to play Persona and finish Persona. Because I was
pick it up for 30 minutes.
I was playing Kerbal while someone was doing their taxes, and I was like,
nice.
it was like nice. Okay. Sorry, I don't know if I have an answer to that. So continue.
So the first boss I thought of and the first game I thought of are so wild to me that they were the first things that jumped in my head. I guess this is just all shower thoughts because all 3 of these happened in the shower within the last week. Jimmy Neutron game, Boy Genius for the GameCube is the hardest video game I've ever played in my entire life.
What made this hard?
The second level.
Oh, do you remember what made it hard, or was it just your 7?
I just couldn't beat the game. I was bad. I would die. I could not beat the second level. And then I called in my older brother, and he could not beat the second level.
That's the worst when like someone can't be the second. Someone better than you can't do it. Huh?
Big brother, yeah. And then this I think it's a very niche community. So not niche community. It's just one of the smaller Nintendo properties. And this one wasn't the most popular game. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes has a boss named the Boost Guardian.
Okay.
Now, real quick, it's in a place where you're constantly being hurt.
Okay.
Normally, there's these little bubble things that you can shoot, and you can hop in the bubble things, and you won't be hurt by the Dark World. There's none in this boss fight. And they also forgot to program, or I don't remember, they were supposed to program more other enemies, smaller enemies, so you could kill them and pick up health. And then they didn't. And so you got like 1 or 2 chances to get a little bit of health back. And you basically need to have a perfect, you can only miss once or twice, or else you straight up don't have enough time. Because it goes essentially immortal by when it goes into this little puddle thing, and you can't really do anything to it. And then it zooms, it is infamous for speedrunning. And for me, that was another one of those, like, I'm just going to... It was the first experience I had with a Dark Souls boss.
Okay.
Just go again. I got lucky. Holy shit, I never want to do this again. Years go by. I want to play through this game again. Walk into arena. Again. It was insane. Moving on. This one's a really quick one. I don't think you'll have an opinion. Mario Party 3 is one of the better Mario Party games, but it has the shittiest chance time because instead, you know how chance time's like pick a person, pick a thing, and it could go either way?
Yeah.
It starts off with, what are you losing? And it always, the person on the left always gives to the person on the right.
Okay.
So it's not like, if you get in and you're on the left, you're like, well, whatever happens is good for me.
Yeah.
Which takes away from like the tense where it's like, because I always pick the 2 people that are in first. First off, I always put myself in first because you can pick one person if you have good timing. I always put myself in it. Then I go to the other one, it's random. And then whatever happens in the middle happens. Fuck it. But they took that element away, and I just had to make a comment on it because I saw it on a VOD that I was watching. And then last but not least, you could probably help me with this because you have a writing background, and you were an English major, weren't you?
I was a creative writing major, which is so fun.
So you know words. Why do we say an umbrella, but we don't say an unicorn?
Because it has to do with the sound of the first sound of the second word.
Okay.
It's actually not. It's so.
So the vowel is saying itself.
Yes. So like a unicorn makes sense because there's a term for like the sound it's making, but like a umbrella doesn't. It's I don't know. It's how it works.
That one feels okay, but I was always in my head, if it's an I beginning of a word, it's always an.
Yeah. Well, so that's how you're taught because that's the easiest way to understand it. And like the thing with the English language is you have to learn the rule, and then you realize the rule only makes sense like 60% of the time. And then you have to like figure out the exceptions to the rule. And a unicorn and an umbrella are those. And it just has to do with like, there's someone smarter than me who actually knows the proper term. But it has to do with how the vowels said. So there's other words like an apple. I don't know. I'm trying to think of one that starts with A, but it's actually not
an apple. It don't say a apple.
No, I said an apple. I was trying to think of another, but yeah, we are taught one way just to make it easier for children. And then as you get older, you realize like, oh, I don't say an unicorn, I say a unicorn. But half the time you just don't question it because you're like, whatever.
I was on Shorts and I watched a short about D&D and the person said a unicorn. I was like, haha, yeah, that makes sense. And I was like, wait, I don't know why it struck a chord with me. And then I fucking wrote that out. And I was like, I sat there and was like, a umbrella? No, an umbrella. Just constantly. And then it's just...
The thing about English is you have to learn some of the rules, and then you realize the rules don't actually apply most of the time, or not most of the time, but a lot of the time they don't apply. So you have to fill in the exceptions. It's why it's such a difficult language for people to learn, is because it just doesn't make sense half the time. We
don't follow a base rule, and we always contradict ourselves.
Yeah, there's a base rule, but it's always contradictory, and just for some reason. So that is the explanation. It's actually about sound, not by actual vowel. or actually letter. So, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I need to look into that more.
Those are my 3 shower talks for the week. Okay. I think this might be a thing.
Okay. Brian, I go to the gym. I like the gym. I love the gym. I go to the gym during my lunch break a couple times a week. Sometimes I go to a big box gym. Sometimes I go to one closer to my house. The one closer to my house, fine with, no issues. I go to a 24-hour fitness, Brian. And this is why you think I'm going to be. I said I might call you out earlier. There are too many people working out in the middle of the day. Who?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. I go to the gym on my lunch break, as I've said, and I'm timing myself because I know, like, I can't be here for too long. Like, I gotta get in and out. Like, I think I have about 5 exercises, one of which is deadlifts on Tuesdays. I will deadlift on Tuesdays. And I know, like, that's going to be a good chunk of my time. I have to be very careful about my time for the rest of the time. So, like, you know, I'll usually do 2.5 to 3 minutes in between after warming up, between sets, because I'm not worried about cardio at that point. I'm not worried about my heart rate. I'm worried about recovery to get the bigger lift. But for like my accessory sets, we're going quickly. We're going, 6:45 to 6:90 seconds, something like that. I am so tired of people in the middle of the gym, in the middle of the day, because it's bad on the lap machine. The lap pull down is the fucking worst. They'll pull down, and then this is what happens. Like, finish my set? I'm like, can you fucking move, please? And that's how I know they don't have anywhere to be. And I'm so tired of people in the middle of the day working out who don't have anywhere to be. And there's just too many. I remember going, yeah. Here's the thing. You're a student. It makes sense. You're a student. These people are not students. Like, they're not, you can't all be students, and you can't all be working.
People that have off days during the week.
It could be, but move. Like, also, they're not all doing that. There are some people who are just there to be there. I don't know. This is my rant.
And retired people. We have old.
Well, if you're retired, what's the point of working out? Do heroin. Do ketamine.
Well, I mean,
I forgot.
Fair, half my gym is old.
The thing with old people is that the thing with olds is that some of them are good. Some of them I appreciate. Some move very slowly and don't know they're moving slowly, or they do and they don't give a shit. There's a time when, like, I'll watch an old guy do a set on a machine I need to use, and, like, remember, I'm timing myself. I got to get in and out because I have to get back to work. No one's gonna yell at me if I'm not back at work on time, but, like, if Teams doesn't show you're on, it gets a little suspicious if you're not doing a great job. And, like, you'll look at me like, okay, it's been 20 minutes. Why are you still on the machine? And I get, they have nothing else to do. When I'm old, I can't wait to hog the chest press. Why? Because it's fun. And what else am I going to do other than, the 10 pounds I can do at this point in my age? My doctor tells me it's either that or osteoporosis, and I'm okay with it. The doctor, like, in the future, not okay. Now. My PCP now does not say this stuff. I imagine my geriatric doctor, I think there's a word for geriatrics, I think it's called, will be like, you need to work out because you're old and you have to keep your body moving, or your mind dies too. All that to say, Brian, I don't know what it is. Maybe you're right. Maybe they're all off down the day off. They're retirees.
Well, do you recognize any of them? Are there repeat offenders?
There's one fucking guy who I hate.
Okay, here we go.
There's one guy who I hate, and he is a very large man, so I can't say much. I can't intimidate him because I'm also a short man. He's like 6'5", maybe 6'6", 300 plus pounds, and he's Gen X and he only does circuits. And I fucking hate it because he will hog machines. Because if you even look at the machine he's using on his circuit, he'll look at you and be like, I'm using that. I'm like, yes, sir. Understood. You're much bigger than me in every capacity. But at the same time, I will like.
Oh, circuits is horrible, by the way. You're a bad person if you do circuits at a gym.
Those
machines are not yours. You do your workout on that machine, unless you're in like the designated circuit area. Because the gym I have has a designated like 20 workouts in 30 minutes. Like stop. It's literally a stoplight.
I don't want to out you, but I think I know what that gym is.
Yes. Yeah. No. That's why I have to use Smith machines. There's no fucking free weights, or I just do dumbbell bench press instead because. Well, what I do is bench press with the Smith machine, and then I go do dumbbell bench press to get all the little stabilizing muscles.
Yeah. I go to a gym where I pay a little bit more so I can have the access 24 hours, and also it's less like. I want to say it's less of like the general population, but it's more people who want to go there to work out.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm going to switch to Gold's because there's a Gold's gym.
Yeah,
basically the same distance from the house.
I'm gonna tell you the one
Planet Fitness is fucking cheap. It's like $12 a month.
Oh, see, I go to Anytime Fitness. That's my home. I also have another. I have a thing through my work where I can go to any gym technically. And I use that for like days I'm either in the office or I go to Anytime. Anytime's my gym. I really like Anytime because you can also go to anytime gym, which helps a lot. So like at your
for the black card. If I paid $20 a month, I could do that with Planet Fitness. But
well, Anytime's like $60 a month. So it's.
But that's the thing. I like that the number's going up. I totally understand I'm not getting as good of a workout using stuff like Smith machines, especially for squats. I don't squat. I do. I have to do. Was it the reverse leg curl?
Oh,
where you just push out. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, leg extension.
I don't do. Yes, yeah. I don't do leg press or squats because leg press doesn't do anything. You can you put someone that's never lifted before and they can lift 315 on the fucking sled.
Leg press is a good accessory after you've squatted or done other leg
it's a good stretching. It's essentially a great stress, but it's not going to build your muscle. It does.
Well,
not at a high rate.
It will make you fuller muscle. Because you can go to failure and stuff like that. But most people train to like mild discomfort. Very few people train to actual failure. Like I try to train towards failure, but at the same time, I'm usually working out alone.
I'm probably an idiot for what I do. Go on.
Now I want to hear what you do.
Every remember I'm on a Smith machine, so I'm safe by doing this by myself. But every push day, I do a burnout set 135 on bench.
That's fine.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm overworking them.
Yeah, I mean,
and then go do dumbbell bench press.
It depends.
One arm. So I'm sorry for interrupting again. Blake has me doing to do the stabilizing muscles. Blake has me doing lay down on bench, hand on hip. You take a whatever dumbbell you're using, down for 2 seconds, hold for a second, explode up.
How many reps are you doing with that?
3 of 8. 3 sets of 8 each arm.
The thing is, so people have gotten on to me that this in my gym. I don't put not straps, whatever. The thing is to hold the weights in place whenever you're benching.
Clips.
Thank you. Because I don't put clips on there. And they're always like, why are you putting the clips in? Like, if you shake, I had surgery on my elbow where every once in a while, it happens a lot on dumbbells, but every once in a while, my elbow just locks up and says, no, we're not doing this. And so I know, like, if I'm alone, I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to bail my own self out. So like, it's a risk reward thing where like, every once in a while the weights move, but like overall it's better than me killing myself. Like that's a real win. So it happens a lot on dumbbell, like dumbbell press I do, but like I have to go lower weight. Because if I go too high, it's like okay, well now it's useless. It's a useless workout for me because I can only do like 2 reps on this arm. I'm strong enough to do more technically. Just my elbow is saying
fuck you.
Said go fuck yourself. You hurt yourself when you hurt me when you were 15. You're 29 now, almost 30. Go kill yourself. You're never working right again. So that was a gym. I love talking to the gym with you as well because you also know what you're doing.
I can't wait for this summer. I think we're so much more comfortable with podcasting and bouncing off each other now that this summer we can actually make it hey, we're going to talk about baseball and the World Cup for 20 minutes, and then we're going to have to fill the void for 25 minutes. Yeah.
I also want to do more guests. I've reached out to a couple guys. I know a friend of ours wants to come on the show. I reached out to him, so I wanted him to come on the show. But I don't own guests, but also we can just talk for hours about it.
We should have Blake on for draft preview.
We should. You know what? We should do that.
Blake or Mark.
I think Mark actually. We can do something at the wedding of our friend. So we'll actually talk Spurs. So all right, Brian, that's all the notes I have. I think we've had an hour and 3 minutes, 20 of which was about can we fuck guys
and buttholes. And
yep.
I should probably cut that. I'm not going to.
We probably should, but we're not.
It's gonna come back and haunt us in years, but whatever.
Who's gonna give a shit? We didn't say anything bad. We just said like.
Well, I had to make sure that when I said degrading, I had to clarify that. Like, listen, you guys enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. That's why it would be degrading towards me.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I still think I could do a great job. I won't. I'm not because I just
Correct. We are having this discussion this weekend. I need other people to hear.
Yeah,
this.
And you know what thing? My girlfriend's gonna hear it, and she's gonna be like, "That's the thing he's told me before."
You've told her before?
Oh, I tell her everything.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. That's the only thing I was worried about.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you do not want this, we're still going for still fucking podcasting. It's still in, so he can technically come back. If you don't want me to bring this up in front of people, we don't have to.
Brian, I was the one that was crazy. I was the one who started the conversation at your bachelor party. I don't know how it started. I don't know how it started, but I started it somehow. I do not know how it was.
How many dicks in the ass would you take for $1,000?
It was maybe something like that. Someone brought that up, and I said,
"It better be more than $1,000." Jesus Christ.
You better be, or actually less. I'm kidding. I need a lot more money.
I'm paying them.
I'm paying them actually.
Turns out technically all I did was hire a bunch of prostitutes.
That's what I did was highly illegal, unless you're in Nevada. All right, Brian. Where can the people find you?
You can find me across all social medias at Auric Polaris. AURICPOLARIS. Fuck. So close to. I can't wrap my tongue around it. It's a tongue twister. I've tongue twisted my own name.
But that might be good for blowjobs.
Twitch.tv/Auric Polaris. I'm going to be starting up Soul Link soon, and I need to talk to you to see, because you need to look on your computer if you can run a game, because there's a game that I want to stream with a bunch of friends called Super Battle Golf. Okay. And I need to know if your computer can run it.
Okay. I will look. I think I've seen it before, and I'll look at it.
Think speed golf with Mario Kart.
I think, is this what Ray and the others played recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the Achievement Hunter thing that I sent. Yeah.
Okay. Find me at Jordan Stouts on Twitter. I post sometimes, or across all platforms for Moonstep, X, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Thank you. And Twitter. Yeah, I just called it X because I was like, after all these years, I probably should call it for the right thing. But thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you listening. Please like, share, subscribe, rate, comment, whatever you can do on whatever platform you're on. We will see you next week.
Peace and love.